Okay, guys, we are firing up a new game today. It's, well, hardly new. It's several years old. As a matter of fact, the sequel is either just out recently or just about to come out. I'm not sure which. So in some ways, it's a very overdue game because it is a very popular game that is, at least in the broadest sense, considered to be in the roguelike genre. If you talk to the layman, they would call it a roguelike, even though it doesn't fit necessarily our traditional sense of what that means. It's still it's a roguelite or a roguelike procedural dungeon thinger. Let's fire it up. Darkest Dungeon. Let's play. There might be an intro if there is. Oh, it's syncing. Is it ready to go? Okay. If there is, we'll let it play through. Here we go. I might have to turn the volume up in the game. I'm not sure how well you'll hear it.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial.
Whoop! I didn't mean to. I just meant to click off the go live thing, and suddenly it headed ahead to this. Here you go. Let me turn it down in my ears. And let's go for this. So hopefully we'll see the intro then in the next one or something. I don't know, maybe it'll play again at the start of a new campaign. The general gist of this is this: that there was a family lineage that owned a mansion in a villa or village, and it fell to ruin and chaos and corruption and all manner of evil. Very Lovecraftian sort of in its approach to that level of evil. I have all the expansions for this. We're going to turn on most of them, but not all of them. So you get to see a lot of different environs, that sort of thing. We are here basically to reclaim the land for our ancestors. Let's go ahead and say campaign. This is one that I was playing before. Let's take a new one here. Click the letter to begin. We're going to turn on everything except for, I think we're going to turn off the Crimson Court. There is an area there that's kind of it can make the game a little harder than I necessarily want for this particular playthrough. I've never beaten the game. I've never played all the way through it. I tend to lose interest before I do. It's kind of a longish game. That said, it is an excellent game. What's also interesting is my wife, who has no interest whatsoever in roguelikes, got utterly hooked on this on the Xbox. She was playing it for weeks and weeks and weeks, like full time. She would constantly kick me off the Xbox or kick me off the TV even, just be like, I want to play Darkest Dungeon. So I didn't mind. I was kind of thrilled when that would happen. But we'll turn off Crimson Court for now. Let's go ahead. Let's what is this? Nope. Normal. This is exactly what we want. The original settings for the game, yes. There's no time limit to win. The campaign will be longer and more challenging than Radiant mode. Let's go for that. Let's call this, I guess, Darkest Roguelove. Did I spell that right? Nope. Roguelove. Roguelove. There's a capital L there, guys. There we go. Let's go with that, and that's how do we do it? There. Here we go.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Gotta love this dude's voice. Whoever the hell voiced this, well fucking done. I'm going to turn it up a tiny bit because you have to hear this stuff. It's very important. It's not just, it's important story-wise, but it's also important just because it's fucking gorgeous. So let me turn up the volume on that a little bit and hope it doesn't drown me out. I'm kind of juggling here, guys. I don't want it to be so loud that you can't hear me talking. I don't want it to be so quiet that you don't get it. So I turned it up a bit. This first episode, the entirety of it, is going to serve as sort of a bit of guesswork as to what level we want this at. Let's click. So here you go. Every time you start a new game, you start with both this sort of paladin type character and this sort of roguelike character. Sometimes their names are different, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they're always Renault and some other guy. But you always start with these two. To move forth, click on another room on the map display. This will take you to the connecting hallway. Now that goes for outside areas as well. We're just going to walk to the right here like this. There you go. We're going to walk to here. You can see this is Renault. This is our other guy, Dismas. Maybe it's always the same names for the first two guys. You can see their basic stats here. He's got 33 out of 33 health. This dude's got 23 out of 23 health. This is, I think, their insanity. I'll cotton back to this in a while. I haven't played it in a long while. These are their special abilities up here. We'll get more into that in a minute. Accuracy, critical chance to hit, damage, their dodge ability, how well they dodge attacks, protection, how much armor they have, and their speed, when they go in the turn order, really. Let's go ahead to the next room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
We can press D or A, or we can just sort of click ahead of the party. Let's just do that for now. As you can see, as we walk along, you just saw that little thing go over his head. That's sort of stress. Characters gain stress as they move about in dangerous areas, and the lower the level of your light, the more stress they gain. Although you can sort of do better in some ways with lower light as well. As you can see, right now we're at Radiant Light. It gives us 2 bonuses to dodge, 2 bonuses to scouting, and 4 bonuses to the chance that monsters are surprised. It also means we take less stress, incidentally. As we walk along, you'll see this bar sort of diminish. We might have more torches we can light in the dark forest here, I don't know. But let's continue for now in any event. Here we go, we met a...
This thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Alright, so the first person we have up here is Dismas. He's got a couple of options at his disposal. As you can see, these ones are highlighted, these ones are not. The not highlighted ones he can't use right now, I don't think. The highlighted ones he can, which leaves him with one of these 2 options. He can open vein or grape shot blast. Now, these little dots, you'll see, I can't move my cursor to show you, but directly beneath my cursor you'll see 3 yellow dots and then 2 red dots on the right. The 3 yellow dots is where the character has to be standing in the party order to use this ability. So he has to be in the first 3 ranks to use open vein. And he has to be either in the 2nd rank or the 3rd rank to use Grape Shot Blast. The red dots show you which enemies you can target. They can be up to 4 characters on each side. 1 second here. In this case, to open the vein, I'd have to be in the first 3 ranks, and the enemy has to be in one of the first 2 ranks, and it will only affect 1 enemy. As opposed to Grape Shot Blast, you'll see those little strings between the 3 red dots. If I use this, it will affect the first 3 characters in that rank. You can also see the very basic stats below it. This little white bar here is that stress he accumulated. You see he's got 3 out of 200, also reflected here. We saw that when he's walking along. For now, let's use the open vein aspect. It can also make them bleed. Once they start bleeding, they'll lose hit points every turn. He'll lose it for 2 points per round for 3 rounds if I hit him. I have a 95% chance to hit, it looks like, at least our base accuracy. And I'll do 15% less than my normal damage, which is 4 to 8, with this attack. Who are we going to attack? We're attacking this guy. Hit him for 5. You see his health came down. He's bleeding. He lost a little more. He also has -1 to speed for 3 rounds. It's his turn. He attacked and missed. This guy's going to do, I think, a basic smite. He could do that. Accuracy 85. It would do normal damage, but 15% extra if he's unholy. He could do this. Accuracy 85. His damage mod would be -40%. His critical mod would be -4%, but it would affect the first 2. A stunning blow, which would do only half damage, but would automatically stun the enemy. But I think this alone, or this thing, can use this once more, I think, in the dungeon, like the entire stretch of this dungeon, I think is what that means. It would raise the torchlight by 24. It would also mark himself, which means he'd be the primary target of enemies, and he'd gain plus 20% protection. We're going to simply smite. There we go, we got him.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
There you go. We got loot. Each item, if you take it, will occupy space in your inventory. This is our inventory down here. We only have this many slots. Items can stack if they're the same, to a certain degree. Let's go ahead and click this shut. We found 100 gold. We also got experience for that. I didn't see how much, but we did. People are getting a little stressed out. Interactive objects. Curios. While exploring, you will often find interactive objects. Click them to investigate them, or press W. Someone has camped here recently. Let's have this guy do it. He's got better dexterity and trap skills and shit, so just in case there's something to worry about there. Someone left valuables. We got 775 gold.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
And we're moving on, guys, to the final room.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
So you can see there's a chest here. We can't get that chest until we've killed these guys. This guy's got a blunderbuss. He'll be able to shoot at us. This guy's just big and bad. You can see the two different names. He's a brigand bloodletter. He's got 35 hit points. He's got some resistances there. You can see beneath the hit points there. He's human. This guy's also human. He's got only 12 hit points. A lot easier to kill. Maybe we'll try and concentrate on him first, although he can get them both. Let's do a grape shot blast from him to hit both of them. All 3 ranks. 1 rank, 2 rank, 3 ranks. Also, has a side benefit you can see here. The chance their criticals are received when we hit them is up 4% for the next 3 rounds. Unfortunately, his blunderbuss did something similar to us. -2 to our dodge for the next 3 rounds. Maybe a zealous accusation. Do we want to do that? It's not going to do much damage, is it? Let's try to stun him. Here, he's stunned. I think he'll miss his next turn. Yeah, he missed his turn. But he did buff, so he has plus 50% stun resistance for the next round. Let's go ahead and... No, let's make sure he's dead. No, you can't get him. Let's go ahead and grape shot blast him again. Can this guy get him? No, eh? Just go ahead and do a smite. He's bleeding now, so for the next 3 rounds he's going to lose 1 health per turn. If we had bandages, we could fix that up, but we don't have any. Next time he shoots, he'll kill him. So he might as well do his most damaging attack against him. Oh, missed, damn it. Definitely hurting my guy. Alright, this should kill off that last guy.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
As you can see, when monsters die, they leave corpses. The corpses still count as occupying a space, so if there's somebody behind here, we'd have to get rid of that corpse before we could get at him, unless we had something that could attack the 4th rank, say. Only 1 guy left, let's finish him off. There we go.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
So we found 175 gold. We found 2 food, and we found a portrait. We'll explain what that is about in a little later. Take everything. We've completed the quest. After you completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town at any time. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. We're not going to do that right away, though. Let's continue adventuring because we want to open this chest. Normally, I'd suggest having Dismas open it. He will have better trap disarming skills, but he's a lot more hurt. So just in case there's a trap, we'll have this guy open it. The bandit's trapped chest. We know there's a trap, actually. Gave him Blight. Similar to Bleeding, this guy's going to lose 4 damage per round for the next 3 rounds. This guy's going to lose 2 damage per round for the next 3 rounds. And I guess he found nothing, maybe. I don't know. Let's go home. There we go, guys. As a result of the quest, we got 5,000 gold. This is what we actually found during our exploration. There you can see we did level up. We went from level 0 to level 1, which is an apprentice in this case, an apprentice in this case. It gives them some extra resolve, and you can see their stress right there. They also got something out of this. It could be good, it could be bad. What happened to them what happened to them psychically, mentally, as a result of this last adventure? He became spiritual. So he gained the Divine Grace perk, which is anytime he receives healing, he has plus 25% healing, and the Divine Comfort perk, which means anytime he receives healing, he gets plus 25% healing. And he got the Irrepressible. A plus 5% chance of gaining a virtue. These are virtues, I guess. Plus 5% chance of gaining a virtue as a result of a dungeon exploration. These might not be virtues. It might actually refer to something else. I'm not sure. But for now, let's assume that's what that is. We'll figure it out, guys. This will be a nice long game for us to play, I think.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Alright, so our quest goals now. We have to successfully complete our first foray into the ruins. We have to ultimately defeat the Apprentice Necromancer, defeat the Sonorous Prophet, defeat the Necromancer, defeat the Fulminating Prophet, and defeat the Necromancer Lord. Obviously, these are, like, long-term goals, at least some of them. This one won't be long. These are the only two guys in our party right now. But unlike some other roguelikes, obviously we don't control a single character, we control multiple characters. But it won't even be like a party. You control like an adventurer's guild filled with all kinds of adventurers, and you take select members on each different adventure depending on where you're going and what you feel is best and how well they're, doing health-wise, etc. Let's kill this for now. Get help where you may. On any screen in the game, you can press and hold H to see contextual helps for controls in that mode. Well, try it while in town. Let's just try it right now just to see what that means. There you go. Right-click on a hero in the roster to inspect their detailed character sheet. They can be renamed or dismissed permanently from there. Click on buildings to use or interact with them with your heroes. Go to the stagecoach to recruit new heroes, the blacksmith to upgrade heroes' weapons and armor, the guild to upgrade heroes' combat skills, the survivalist to upgrade heroes' camping skills. We'll get more into that later. The tavern to send heroes there for stress relief, likewise the abbey, likewise the sanitarium, also to treat heroes' quirks and diseases, and the nomad's wagon where you can purchase rare items. For now, we're going to go to the stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Okay. So we have two guys sitting here waiting for us. These are the only two we can bring. We might as well get them both. We have Booty, a Seeker Vestral. She's like a cleric. Let's take her. And
Sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
And Neland, a Seeker Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Indeed, while you're here, spend some of your starting heirlooms on upgrading the Stagecoach network. This will increase the number of heroes available here in the future. To upgrade, click the plus symbol on the left, then click the upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. We could. Let's see if we have anywhere else to spend our stuff. We'll come back here and do that if we have to. Basically, after each day, there'll be new people here, but there'll always be two right now. But if we upgrade this enough, we can get more people, or we can get higher level people. But let's not do that yet. Any of these places we can go to do stuff. There's nobody fallen here. This would be where we go to see people who are dead. I don't know what this is.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
We didn't get a chance to see the opening video, guys, so I'm going to play that. We saw the old road. Let's see the opening video. If you've already seen this before you've played the game, feel free to skip ahead, just scroll ahead until you don't see the video anymore. But in case you haven't, here's the basic story of the game.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Da da da! There we go, guys. That's all you missed. We're back into this. Let's see if we can... We can't even unlock this stuff yet, so I guess this is, to be honest, our only real option. Let's go ahead and recruit some new... or let's go ahead and spend our painting or whatever. If we can. The fact that these are highlighted means we could do this. For the cost of 3 of whatever these are, scrolls, and 4 armors, I don't know. We can improve this so that we get 3 heroes per day available. Or we could do this to allow us to ultimately recruit more people to our team. We don't have the prerequisites to do this to get experienced recruits. Let's go ahead and make... more people available each day. As you can see, to get to the next stage, we need 8 of whatever these are. I forget what they are. And 10 of these. We have 10 of them. We don't have 8 of these. There you go. When we come back tomorrow, there'll be 3 people waiting for us. For now, it's time to go back into a dungeon. Or time to go into a dungeon, I guess. How do we do that? I forget how to do that. Embark, I guess. Here we go. We know who all's going. Let's just take a look at our characters here. She's best in either this... This shows you where they're best suited to be. She's not great in the 1st rank, but she could be okay there. She's best in 2nd or 3rd rank, not great in the 4th. He's best in the 3rd or 4th. Unfortunately, he's also best in 2nd or 3rd, so I think we're going to leave Neeland where he is. He's obviously best in 1st or 2nd, so we're going to stick with the arrangement we have right now. They're 0 level, they're 1st level. Let's embark.
Of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So, these are the options we have right now. These things are still locked. The Warrens, the Cove, the Weald, the Farmstead. The Ruins are open. We have one single mission we're allowed to do right now, and that is this here, which is scouting. Test yourself in the mad realm of your fallen ancestor. Take note of how the creatures have taken over, but don't delve too far. It's a short mission. Our goal is simply to explore 90% of the rooms that would be presented in this mission. If we succeed, we'll get 3,000 gold, 4 crests, that's what those things were, and those shields. And we'll get a health stone as well, which is an item we can give one of our characters. It would give them plus 10% max hit point, but minus 1 speed. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we want to bring these guys along too. Let's put her here. Put him here. And let's go ahead and... They're called the Red Hook, I guess. We'll provision them.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
So for your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. 8 food strikes me as a little excessive, but I'll do what it says. What is it saying? At least 4 torches? Is that what it said? I don't know if we need anything else right now. Let's not spend any more money. I'll just get 1 shovel, just in case. I'll explain what that's for later. That'll be it for now. Let's go ahead. Here we are in the ruins. Let us proceed. We can just do this, I think. So we are here. We have to explore 90% of these rooms. I mean, if we go like this, I think that'll do it. If we skip this room, say. But for now, we have no option but to go here. There's something here. What is it? Let's have Dismas take it. You salvage an unburned torch. Here we go, in the room, just to show you. Now we're in this room. So that was walking through the hallway. Now we're in this room. This game reminds me a lot. One of the reasons I love it, I created a collectible card game called Dungeoneer. Frankly, Dungeoneer is where I get most of the ideas I put into Caverns these days. Every card I ever made in Dungeoneer, I try to put into Caverns. But the game itself played similar to this. Each of you designed a dungeon. Each of you had collectible, adventurers. You equipped them. You sent them into your opponent's dungeon. You went into rooms. There could be up to 4 in a room. It was like very similar, just coincidentally. Let's go ahead and do the Grape Shot Blast. Against both these skeletons. We can't make them bleed, unfortunately. It's one of the... you see they have 200% resistance against bleeding. He can do one of these things. A Noxious Blast, which will blight them for 5 rounds. Do 5 points of damage per round for 3 rounds. But they are 10% resistant to that. Or a Disorienting Blast. Wouldn't work on the front guy. You can see it only works on the second, third, and fourth guy. So the front guy would ignore this. It would shuffle their party order. It would stun one of them. It would clear out corpses. But for now, let's do the Noxious Blast. Oh, it only works on one of them. Darn it, I thought it worked on both. She could heal. Don't need to. She could heal the entire party for 1 to 3. Heal one of our guys for 4 to 5. Could do this. Illumination. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it would give the enemy minus 20 to dodge. It would de-stealth them if they were stealthy. It would raise the brightness of our torch a little bit. And she can't use her mace because she has to be in the front 2 rows for that. So we're going to do Illumination against him. And he...
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Money. And we can open this chest. Let's have Dismas do it. A long-forgotten strongbox sits on the cold stone floor. Its contents unknown. What do we get? Now we got a shovel. That's used to clear out obstacles. We'll deal with that when it first comes up. Holy water, used to purge evil and restore purity. Can also be applied to a hero to increase resistances. Food, which we may have to eat, especially on longer journeys. Not a lot right now. And a little bit of gold. Let's take it all. And we are going to here. So off we go. Let's keep an eye on our torch. We're not too worried about it right now. Here you go. We've come across our first obstacle. As you bump into it, you can see.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So we can try to clear it by hand. It'll take a lot of effort, though. It'll cause a lot of stress. Our torch will burn down. Or we can just use a shovel. Boom. That uses one of the shovels that's actually gone, but it takes out the obstacle. That's what the shovels are for. It's the only purpose they serve. We got some new monsters here. So we're facing a Bone Soldier, Bone Rabble, 2 different ones. The Bone Soldier has a little bit health extra, a little bit different resistances, a little more resistance. It also has some protection. It's also a little faster. And she, the Cultist Acolyte, has more hit points yet, is faster, has better dodge. She also has some special abilities we don't know about yet. Let's go ahead and Grape Shot Blast all 3 of them. And let's Noxious Blast, so we can't get her, unfortunately. Let's just take out the Bone Rabble. You can note that their attacks have different names, too. It's not just like he's attacking. He's attacking with a quote-unquote graveyard slash. It's one of his abilities. They function the same as our characters, really. Let's go ahead and heal her. Why not? He will do the Zealous Accusation against both these guys.
Another one falls.
You see the corpse is still there, but the corpse is still being blighted, so it will disappear. The torch. The light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Right-click on a torch from inventory to boost the light back up. She just did something. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, it probably lowered that. As you can see, though, as shadowy, we'll get more stress. Monster accuracy and damage also goes up. Monster criticals go up. The fact that we are surprised goes up. But there's a little bit better loot. We're still doing decent crits, and we can still surprise monsters somewhat. Killed the body, brings that one closer. Let's just kill it off.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Go ahead and heal him again. And he'll use his sword directly on this girl. cause more stress. You can see his bars are filling up. There are grave consequences to your stress getting too high. It literally could result in death when it gets high enough. It's got to fill up twice to reach that stage, though. Single pistol shot. Boom.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Got a buff out of that. You see, +2 speed for 2 rounds.
This expedition at least promises success.
Gather all this. And let's continue on our way into the next room. Should we pump up our... Let's pump this up. So that when we go in, we're at the highest level we can be. We'll have a better chance of surprising the monsters. Or almost highest level. It just went down a bit. No monsters in here, though. So as a result of our scouting, we can see this. If we go this way, there's a curio here, there's a curio here. In this room, there'll be a battle with a curio. In this room, there'll be treasure with a curio. I think we're going to go towards that one for sure. We might explore the entire dungeon. Why not? We'll see. Walking through the hall. There's a backpack here. Again, I'm going to have, I think, Dismas be the one who investigates such things.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Skeleton key used to unlock strong boxes and doors, and a bust. These are used to build up your town.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
We didn't surprise them. I think we're going to start the same way. Grape shot blast. There's 3 of them. Let's just do some... Oh, they all dodged or we missed. Could do a plague grenade. It would affect both these guys. Oh, pardon me, both these guys. Let's try that instead. Oh, no, pardon me, just her. Oh, she's the one I want dead anyway, so let's go for it. Oh, she resisted it, though. I should have looked. 20% resistance. That guy's tough. Hit me pretty hard. Stress everybody out. He'll take 1 damage per round for 5 rounds. She'll go ahead and heal him. This does do plus 15% damage versus Unholy. As you can see, these guys... As you can see, I say. This one's Unholy. This one's human. But the skeleton is Unholy, so let's go ahead and kill it. Or try. Did a lot of damage. So she used some sort of pull to pull this one to the front. His grape shot will still work. Let's go ahead.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
She could now use her mace. Let's go ahead. Ooh, good hit, girl.
Destroy them all.
There we go. So we got some onyx, gold, and sapphires. Those are valuable.
Victory nonetheless.
Let's reorder our people if we can. How do we do that? There we go, default party order. And let's have him open this. It's trapped. Yet worse bleeding yet. And I don't think we got anything out of it. But, so be it. So we can see if we can pull this out. We can see, how do we do this? There we go. If we go this way, there's going to be a trap here, but we'll know it's there, so we can try to disarm it. I think we're going to do that anyway. We still might duck down here just to look and see what's in here. Or we could go back like this. But that's a long trek back. It's using a lot of torchlight and shit. Let's go onward. If we have bandages, we can stop that bleeding. Here's the thing. Now you see this is warning us there's a trap. You can see this guy has 60% chance to disarm, 90%, 50%, 60%. So we want him to do it for sure. There we go, he disarmed it. Alright, the blood is stopped at least. Let's go ahead and light this again before you go in the room. We knew it was empty from the scouting. Let's go ahead and go south. It's our first foray in. Let's clear the entire dungeon area. This area. That one I didn't see. And we took some damage there. How are we doing for torches? How much we got left? How do we see that? Right here. I don't think we have any torches left. Maybe we shouldn't have continued south here, but let's go ahead. We've come this far. We're out of torches, guys. We could give him some food. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, 4 foods. It's not just for healing, but it does work for that. That's a bone arbalist. He's got a crossbow. We know what these guys are. Ouch.
Unbalanced.
Who's got it worse? He's down by 7. She's down by 7. He's down by 5. Let's get the Plague Doctor. Could have done the mass heal. Maybe I should have. That stuff stacks, so it'll take even more blight damage now. Might have been worth keeping him alive briefly to get another heal off, but whatever.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's have the cleric check out this curio. An ornate fountain of holy purport. The water reinvigorates her, so it healed her. That's pretty cool. Might have taken down some stress too, I didn't notice. Alright, we gotta get back on track. We're not going to go check... I wanted to check this out, but we're out of torches. So let's go this way. This might be the final room we have to do here, but even that's a long way away. We'll be walking in the dark by the time we get there. Or we might have to do them all. I'm not sure how many it'll be for 90%. Let's go back this way. You see our torchlight diminishing. It actually diminishes a little faster, I think, when you backtrack. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think it is. Must keep our courage despite this bleakness. Oh, he went ahead and looted the thing. I'll be keeping this for myself. Reward hard earned. So there's a negative character trait this dude apparently has, is that he's just like fucking stealing shit. You can. This won't diminish in real time. It diminishes as you walk. Hunger. Everybody's got to eat. So that's 4 food gone to feed them. You're almost out of light entirely. That's it. We can go home now. I'm going to suggest we do, just because the light's gotten so low. Some people are a bit damaged. Let's just go ahead and return to the hamlet. Alright. He's the only guy with something weird happen. Let's see what the hell it is. He had a torn rotator. He has minus 5% damage for his melee skills until this is resolved. You can see them starting to fill up their level up bar. The resolve, I guess, is their XP. They've gotten to level 1. Let's go back to town.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
We have now, pardon me, the tavern. The tavern is now unlocked. The abbey is now unlocked. So we can go to either of these places now. We've advanced to Mastery 1 in the ruins. I'm going to suggest. I don't think we have the. We don't have the sanitarium open yet, so we can't send him to get fixed. Let's go, of course, to the stagecoach. And there's 3 new people. Who shows up after the first 2 is random, or maybe after the first 4. You might always get these 4 types of characters, and then after this is random. But we have another Seeker Vestal. That's good. We'll take her. We have a
battle, pious and unrelenting.
We have a Seeker Jester. That's good.
He will be laughing still at the end.
And a Seeker Occultist in Pashal.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Let's go ahead and look at this. We could do the Hero Barracks, so we'd be allowed ultimately 13 people. Maybe I will do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're allowed some more people. We're going to head back into the dungeon. I think we're going to let Dismas, though, definitely rest. We might keep the rest of them with us. Maybe not. Maybe we'll leave Renault behind, too. I'm not sure. But let's for sure go to the tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtain
Hey, Linnaeus.
rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So within here, we have 3 different options. We can send them to the bar. We can send them to the gambling hall, or we can send them to the brothel. Now this dude, the caretaker, is currently in the brothel, the only slot we have available, so we can't send them there. We can send somebody to the bar or the gambling hall. If we upgrade this stuff, we can open up more slots, so you can send more people to the bar, etc. Let's send Dismas to the gambling hall. It seems like a good thing for him to do. Before we do, let's take a look at what it's going to cost. Oh, he can't. It's best I don't go in there. False allegations. If we take a look at him, maybe we can learn a bit more about him. He's a known cheat, so he's not allowed in the gambling hall. He does have a hard noggin, plus 15% stun resist. Quick reflexes gives him plus 2 speed, and irrepressible, plus 5% virtue chance. So we'll send him to the bar. It's going to cost us 1,000 gold, but it'll pull down this a lot faster than if we just left him in town. I don't know if we need to fix anybody else up right now. Let's maybe just bring somebody else with us. Who else would fill a good slot number 2? Not him necessarily, although we could move Booty up and put him in number 3. Or he's good in any of these places. Maybe we'll put him in number 2. Let's go ahead and embark. We'll do one more adventure, guys, and then we will call it quits for today. Our introduction to Darkest Dungeon. A strange glow at the farmstead. The comet's impact was felt here in the hamlet. The great impact toppled gravestones and kicked up a cloud of dust that covered the entire region. When it finally settled, an eerie miasma was seen to spread from the mill. It distorted the rules of time and space far beyond imagining. Venture to the miller's farm to see what has been done. We're not going to go there yet, guys. It's a little beyond us, perhaps, right now. This guy's ready to go. Let's go ahead and put him in slot number 2. And we'll head to the ruins. We have 3 different options what we can do here. Or 4, pardon me. Do I have to highlight it to say what it is? Scout. Explore 90% of the rooms. Again, short. A medium range one. We're not going to do that yet. We're not... even though it says it's an apprentice level 1, it'll be a longer mission, and I don't feel confident in my people yet. Medium and a medium. We're just going to do this one here. Go ahead and scout one more time. Same thing we did before. Different map, of course. Success will give us this stuff. Oh! Shall we, We didn't give anybody the new trinket we got, but we'll see if we can do that in the provision. If not, we'll do it next time. Maybe we can't. Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe we have to do that elsewhere. I'm not sure where you do that. We'll do that next time. What is this? We can switch his outfit. That's interesting, eh? I had nothing against his outfit. So we still have this. This is like a gift we got to start this. Anti-venom used to counter blights, poisons, and toxins. Holy water. Let's get a couple of bandages this time, just to have them. We're going to get a single shovel. We're going to get 8 food. Oops, 9 food, I guess. And maybe I'll go ahead with like 12 torches. Or 13, I guess, because I clicked too many by accident. We'll call it there. You don't want to fill up too many slots, of course. As we find treasure, we have to clear this shit out before we can take it.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
Alright, we need to see 90% of it. Let's go like this, maybe, into here. Well, it depends on what we scout. But for now, let's assume. We have one choice right now, so let's go ahead and go here. Who's best at, well, we don't know. Let's go ahead with him. The sack is empty. The sack is empty. Can't quite do his voice. Bunch of skeletons. Oh, we got surprise, which randomizes our party order. But I guess we're still going first. Up front, he doesn't have a lot of stuff he can do here. He's not going to do a lot of damage, and his bleed is not going to do much either. Maybe we'll just back him off. Let's move him back. What can he do? Abyssal Artillery. When he does 2/3 his damage, does more damage versus Eldritch. These guys are not Eldritch. It would affect both the guys in the last row, but there's only one guy in the last row. This would heal a hell of a lot, potentially, on somebody, but it could make them bleed as well. And a Demon's Pull. I guess we're going to do the Abyssal Artillery. He hasn't got a lot of other options. I think she's going to move up. Illumination. Nobody needs healing yet, so let's go ahead with this for now. Raise our torchlight a bit too.
Another one falls.
Disorienting Blast. Shuffle them up, stun them. He could heal him a lot. The question is, I don't know who's next, right? He has to do something, so I'll go ahead and try and heal him. Healed him in full, he didn't bleed. That's good. Might as well do Illumination then.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, let's reorder our people. Back to our default party order. And head into the first room. Into the first room. Now, as we go to, as I said, to different dungeons, you'll find different monsters. There's a lot of undead in the crypts, undead and cultists and shit. But as you go to different dungeons, it gets different. And as you go deeper and harder, you get different monsters as well. We're in the very upper reaches of the ruins right now. So he can't do his Abyssal Artillery from here. He can do this Demon's Pull. Not a bad idea. Hands from the Abyss. Does half damage. Accuracy base is 90. Plus 9% critical. Stuns people, but it does lower our torch level. Let's try it. Let's stun this dude. They kind of freak me out. She'll go ahead with Illumination for now. Stun this one, maybe. Let's go ahead with a Plague Grenade to get both of them. What did her light do? Oh, minus 20 dodge. That was a mistake. I should have done one of the front runners here. Let's go ahead and swing. We'll kill one of them for sure.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Let's get them again.
The slow death, unforeseen.
I think we're going to do a weird reconstruction on him. She's going to do a heal on everybody, 1 to 3.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. skin that cuts on its own.
Portrait says good, man. Want to build up our town as best we can. So as a result of our scouting, we see this is an empty room, this is an empty room, but there's a curio here, but there's also a trap, and we don't have a really great guide about disarming traps. Let's go to the east. Let's go ahead and light a torch. He's got that weird quirk. Let's look and see what it is. I think it's Kleptomania. Let's take a look at him. He's a warrior of light plus 10% damage if the torch is above 75%. Spiritual, we know what that is, of course. We just saw that come out recently. God-fearing. In town, he will only pray for stress release. He's a kleptomaniac. He's prone to stealing items. That's when he goes for the pack and takes the shit for himself. And of course, because of his torn rotator, he has that. Damn it, surprised again. Well, let's go ahead with the abyssal artillery at least. Yep. If you wish, you can use a bandage from inventory to stop the flow. Right click. That's what we're going to do right now. Might as well. Let's just go right here and right click it. Stop the bleeding. That way she can just go ahead and swing. I think he can probably kill this guy with his zealous accusation and do some damage to this guy, so let's do that. Yep.
The fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Just go ahead and help out the death. Could definitely kill. I think he's going to die on its own turn anyway, right? I can't quite see how many hit points it had. Oh, 1. It's going to die on its own turn, so there's no point in bothering it. Let's go ahead with a Noxious Blast or an Incision. Let's go ahead with an Incision. We haven't done that. Making him bleed. And she'll just whack him, or she could... No, she can't do a heal from here.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Get rid of the bodies. He doesn't have any healing ability despite being a doctor, at least on this case. So let's go ahead and stun that girl. Could have just killed it, I guess.
A death by inches.
Alright, onward we go. Continue. Nothing in here. Let's continue on to here. These things frighten me. I've used them before, and sometimes there's a good effect, but sometimes there's not. I don't think we're going to mess with it at all. Iron Maiden. Let's go ahead and use a shovel.
Old stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Being a little cowardly with the light, but I don't care. It's early. Oh, I didn't fix the order of my people. Let's do that now. I think she might be better. You know what? Let's move her. Can we do this? Can we just, let's move her to here. Let's try this order and see if that's any good. We're here. We gotta see 90% of the rooms. It could go like this, down and back or something. Let's go over here. We know that one room is empty. I'd rather find something better. God damn it. Empty room, man. Now we have to go back. Sometimes you'll meet monsters even on your backtracking. It's not as frequent as an unexplored territory, but it does happen occasionally. Son of a gun.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
What is this? Wait, let's collect ourselves. Let's put the light up.
The match is struck. A blazing star
What is
is
it?
born.
Altar of Light. A small holy altar seems out of place against the backdrop of corruption. A soothing pale light engulfs her. So for the next, she gets plus 20% damage should have done to him until they camp. They're not going to camp on a short mission. On longer missions, you actually have to stay for the night, and sometimes multiple times, depending on how long the mission is. It's been a very empty dungeon. Let's just head out here. It's not worth going to explore this curio and coming back, I don't think, is it? We could just go down here and turn around. How are we doing for torches? We got lots of torches left. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll try and head to here. And partway we'll backtrack. Another one. Let's do him. Same thing? Alright, let's remember that for next time. It's 20% damage. I'm getting stressed out, man. And to the final room. I don't think we have any more shovels, do we? It's going to have to be by hand.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and
They're all going to need to de-stress later. Let's send the plague doctor into the confessional. A forsaken confession booth. It hasn't been used in years. The hero's history of sin is too much to bear. Fool me once. So his he filled that up. And as a result of filling up this bar, his resolve was tested. He's afflicted. When heroes can't take stress anymore, they become afflicted. This manifests in different behaviors and stat changes. Afflictions last only until you send them to treatment in town, unless you can reduce their stress to 0 during the quest. So if we can get his stress all the way down to 0, that's great. Otherwise, he'll become selfish permanently, unless we can get rid of it later. Just so you know what it is.
The path is clear.
If you can see it, faithless will not pray or flagellate.
The strength to follow it.
Minus 20% stress in the warrens. I can't see what selfish does. We surprised them at least. They didn't get scrambled though. Let's use abyssal artillery on the last 2 rows here. Or the weird reconstruction. Let's do that. Only 1 health. And made her bleed, damn it. Use the last bandage. She can't use her divine grace from here, but she can kill off the skeleton.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Ouch. Fuck me, that's bad.
Palpable fear.
That guy's gonna die on his own. The bone courtier is gonna die on his own because of the plague. His resolve was tested. It looks like maybe not. He gained stalwart.
Not today.
We talked about virtues before. There you go. Sometimes heroes respond to the onslaught of stress by becoming virtuous. This elevated state of performance will last until they suffer a large amount of stress or return to town, and confers stat bonuses and other benefits. So for now, he's gained stalwart. I don't know what that does though offhand. He also has, incidentally, minus 5% critical to ranged skills, minus 15% damage on the first round of any combat. Unholy Slayer, he does plus 10 accuracy and plus 5% critical versus Unholy, like these guys. And Manslayer, also against men. He's great in the ruins in general, I guess. Let's go ahead and hit them again with this.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Didn't heal much, man. Keep back, I'm quarantined. That takes a little extra meaning right now, doesn't it? We don't need to heal much right now, we're done. There we go. Alright, we'll take it all. Let's keep exploring, only to see what this is about. Let's go ahead with the knight and see what he is. It says this is a suit of armor. The armor protects the hero with a knightly aura, so it would give him these bonuses. But it doesn't matter right now. Let's go home.
The shifted corridors and sloping walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Uh-oh. Minus 20% healing skills. I don't think he has any healing skills, so he can just go ahead and retain that. It's not a problem for him. Hippocratic... Oh, incidentally, these two cancel each other out. Scientific. Divine... Oh, this is terrible. Gets less healing from divine stuff. And is not allowed to gamble while in town. Known cheat.
She has paid dearly for her freedom. And deserves better than this place.
Somebody got that permanently. A desert wind. A sandstorm of rumors and half-truths swirl around the newcomer. So even outside of our whatever the hell it's called there, our wagon, this person just wandered into town. Let's go ahead and take them. It's a, Harriet, a seeker shield breaker. No stress penalty when walking backwards. We saw that this time when we sort of backtracked. It was a big stress penalty. Won't happen anymore. Plus 10% stress heal received. And compulsive. Suffers intense need to do specific actions. Kind of like the Kleptomania we saw in our one guy. Dismas is moving sluggishly after a long night of drinking, but he had a night on the town and recovered 45 stress. Desert Wind blew this chick in. The blacksmith is now unlocked. The guild is now unlocked. The wield has been unlocked. Pashal is now an apprentice occultist level 1. Alright, we're just about done, guys. Let's do the basics. Let's grab up anybody who's here. An antiquarian. We'll find out what that's all about later. Another highwayman, sure. And another vessel. That Vestal man. I love these guys.
What others will not see.
Alright, we also need to start sending some people for more stress relief, because some of them are, like, fucking stressed. Let's go to the Abbey. Renault can only do this. Just go ahead.
The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Let's send Neland. What is this? Affliction Selfish. I don't think the sanitarium's open yet, is it? Nope. So we'll just bring him to the temple. The tavern, pardon me. Go ahead, the brothel. Shall we settle on a safe word? And Booty could as well. Booty. Or we could just like leave her to like kind of heal on her own while we're bringing other people in. That might be best for now, rather than wasting too much money on this. We might want to, again, upgrade this. I don't need to make it so we get more people per day. I don't really care about that, but if we could have done this, I wouldn't have minded it. We can't, of course. We don't have enough things to do it. Can we upgrade anything here?
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands
The
ready
furnace
to make weapons of war.
would reduce the cost of weapon and armor upgrades in the future by 10%, but we can't even upgrade our stuff yet, so there's no point in doing that just now. How about the guild?
Make no mistake, we will face ever.
We can do this. Okay, so this will
be ready.
allow us to upgrade our hero combat skills to higher ranks, and this will lower the cost of it. Let's take the ability to do it at all, first of all. Allows skill upgrades to rank 2. I think you had to be level 2, maybe not, maybe at level 1 you can get it.
The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Let's also reduce the cost of training. There you go. Now let's see if we can do this. Can we? Well, they're obviously he's praying, so he can't. But if we were to go to say Dismas, could we increase his skills? Yes. So for 225, we could make his pistol shot better. For this, we haven't done this, but it allows him to become or bypass stealth. We haven't seen stealth monsters yet. I think we're going to upgrade his grape shot. We use that a lot. So it'll upgrade the accuracy from 75 to 80. The damage mod will stay the same. The critical mod will drop from -9 to -8. And the chance a critical is received will go up from +4% to +5%. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this one as well, and this one as well. We don't have a lot of... He's also training. We upgrade Pashal's stuff. I don't think we're going to upgrade these yet, because these guys are probably going to stay home while we send in new people. I think brand new people into the next dungeon. So for now, let's just do him. Let's save some money. And we'll come back to it later. Alright, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you're enjoying this game. I love this game. Again, it tends to be somewhat long, and sometimes I lose interest partway through. But partially, I'm hoping the fact that I'll have pressure of people watching will force me to continue. Because it is really, really a good game. I love the aspect of assembling parties, equipping them, and sending them into the dungeon. That, to me, is just something I've always found fun enough to include in my own game, Dungeoneer. Let's get out of here. How do we do this? Escape, maybe? Sure. Exit the main menu. I assume we'll save. Let's find out. Presumably that's saved, guys. Now let's go to escape from here and exit to desktop. Thanks for watching, guys. Incidentally, this game is not free. You can get it on Steam for sure. I apparently got my copy on Good Old Games. Maybe it was on sale at some point. That's why I got it there. But you can also get it on Steam. I'm not sure the entire cost, but I will include links to where you can buy this game if you're interested. It's definitely worth a while. It was on sale recently. It might still be because Darkest Dungeon 2 is either on the horizon or just released. I'm not sure which. Talk to you soon.